Alright folks, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. The game that's so beautifully crafted, so meticulously detailed, and so insanely realistic that it feels like a second job you didn't apply for. If Rockstar wanted to make me feel like a 19th century cowboy, mission accomplished, I've got sore legs and trust issues with my horse. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's talk about controls, or as I like to call them, how to fight the game while playing the game. I don't know who designed the button layout, but it feels like Rockstar took a dartboard, threw darts blindfolded and said, yeah, that will work. On a run? Oh, you have to mash the A button like you're trying to win a track and field game from 1988. On a loot? Good luck. Arthur spends more time contemplating the meaning of life than actually picking stuff up. Let me paint you a picture. You're standing over a dead body after a hard-fought shootout. You press the button to loot. But instead of grabbing the cash, Arthur squats down and picks up the body like he's auditioning for the biggest loser. I don't even think about moving quickly while doing this. Arthur has to finish his 5-hour-long looting animation first, of course. And then there's combat. Aiming is like trying to steer a shopping cart with a broken wheel. By the time you line up your shot, the enemy has already written their will, sent a postcard to their mom, and shot you twice. And let's not forget about the cover system. Half the time you're just awkwardly processing yourself against the rock wall like you're trying to give it a hug. Oh, and the horses. Steering your horse feels like piloting a drunken boat in a storm. A slight nudge on the joystick, and suddenly your horse is veering off into a rock or flipping over a fence. And let's not forget the accidental horse-related crimes. One wrong button press, and suddenly you're running over a townsfolk and being chased by the law. Because clearly, I wanted to commit a hit and run with Buttercup. But wait, there's more. If you try to do anything while riding your horse, like pulling out a weapon, be prepared to accidentally aim your gun at the nearest stranger. Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of $200 bounty for attempted murder, when all you wanted to do was admire the scenery. Let's not ignore the menace. Switching weapon or items feels like you're flipping through a Sears catalog from the 1800s. By the time you find the thing you need, the moment's gone, and you're lying face down in the mud, wondering why you ever opened the wheel in the first place. So yeah, the controls in Red Dead Redemption 2, they are not just cranky, they are an art form. It's like Rockstar wanted to make you sure you remembered every single action Arthur takes, because it's gonna take you twice as long to do it. Immersion? More like frustration. But hey, at least Arthur looks good tripping over himself, right? Now, realism is cool and all, but Red Dead 2 really went, what if we made life harder? Do I really need to bathe Arthur after every mud puddle? What's next? Arthur gets a cold if I don't put a scarf on him? Listen, Rockstar, I came here to live out my cowboy fantasies, not to do cowboy chores 101. Oh, and the pacing, dear lord, the game opens with a snowstorm so slow and tedious. I thought I was watching a documentary about glacier formation. By the time I reached the open world, I forgot what the plot was even about. Oh, we're on the run. Cool. Let me take 5 hours to hunt deer and braid my horse's mane. Speaking of hunting, can we talk about the micromanagement? You've got to feed Arthur, feed your horse, clean your guns, fix your clothes, and brush your horse. I'm surprised they didn't make us schedule bath breaks. I came to play, not simulate love as a traveling cowboy's get groomer. Then there's the law system. Oh, you accidentally bumped into someone? Guess what? You're now the most wanted man in the West. The sheriff spawns out of thin air, bounty hunters chase you for miles, and you end up paying more fines than Jay Walker in New York City. For a game that brags about being an open-world masterpiece, the missions are as linear as a ruler. Rockstar says, here's this massive gorgeous map with endless possibilities. Now do exactly what we tell you or fail spectacularly. Try to get creative? No. In submissions failure you want freedom? Not here, partner. And don't ever think Red Dead Online is any better. It's like they look at the grindy parts of the single player game, slapped on microtransaction and said, have fun. The only thing wilder than the Wild West is how much Rockstar expects you to pay for gold bars. Oh, and the glitches. Sometimes Arthur just decides to float into the sky. While my horse legs turn into spaghetti. I don't even get me started on loading times. By the time the game starts, I've already grown a beard longer than Arthur's. Lastly, the gameplay loops. Hunting, fishing, robbing. It's fun for a while, but then it's the same thing over and over. I didn't know being an outlaw involved this much repetitive busy work. I thought I'd be robbing trains, not collecting animal spells like a wannabe for a stranger. So, what do we have here? A game that looks gorgeous, plays like molasses, and asks you to escape reality by diving into a reality that's somehow more stressful. Rockstar, I love the ambition, but maybe tone it down next time. Let me be a cowboy, not a cowboy in any blacksmith, etc. Until then, I stick to the games where I can actually enjoy being a hero, or at least one where my horse doesn't randomly die from tripping over a rock. So that's it. Peace out, partner.